Okay, so yeah, I wanted to get back to this game. Well, I wanted to get to this game because this is really my favorite genre, turn-based strategy. The last one I played was Fire Emblem, and that took like 40 to 50 hours, and then I was just like mentally exhausted after that. But we're back into turn-based strategy. Now, this game is supposed to be really similar to Advance Wars, or at least it's kind of heavily inspired by Advance Wars. Advance Wars, of course, is like modern military style. This is more like fantasy, the fantasy version of Advance Wars. I've heard that the marine aspect of this game is a lot better than Advance Wars. Is in Advance Wars, Advance Wars you never really want to make ships because naval is really bad. But in this game, apparently, it's a lot better than Advance Wars. But supposedly there's a big PvP scene for this game as well, and there's a sequel, Wargroove 2, which may have already been released. I don't know. Okay, so let's get started then. Just check the options. That's what we always do. I think I've already sorted this out. So I'll put combat animation on to begin with, but eventually I'll turn it off because you don't really need it. It will just slow the game down a lot, but it's cool to see at first. Alright, campaign. I just tested it out earlier, so... One rainy night at Cherrystone Castle. This weather is giving me the spooks. Did you hear that? Cut it out, it's just thunder. But I'm going to patrol the throne room. They wait for me. Oh. It's a vampire cat girl. Cowards, jumping at shadows and dropping their guard. Well, the music in this game is supposed to be really good. But then, it was also for Advance Wars. Getting to the king shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Goodbye.
It's time my daughter learned the truth. But how do I tell her? I'll make my way towards the king's chambers. So I'm glad we finally have like an Advance Wars game which is actually PC friendly, for the PC, because that means I can use like WASD to move around. I can get good FPS, like 60 frames per second. Use the mouse and all this stuff. You can use the mouse for an emulator for like the Nintendo DS, but it's not as good. I mean, the UI looks good so far. Mercia, a long time ago before Cherrystone was Cherrystone. No. Am I Mercia? No, I'm Sigrid. So these all have the same defense, 2 defense. There was once a kingdom called Cacophony, and a war known as the Great Dissonance. No idea what's going on here. This knowledge is too great a burden. Oh, Mercia. This castle is vast. If I access the overview screen, I can get a glimpse of its true extent. I love the graphical look of this game already, it's really good. And that was one of the downfalls of the Advance Wars reboot, remake. Because it just, the graphics wise, they made everything look like really shiny Lego, which is terrible on the eyes. Like, nice clean pixels is just so much easier to see. Especially when you're playing a strategy game for hours and hours and hours and hours. You need to know the difference between a medium tank and a small tank at a glance. When you've got like 10 of each interspersed, like, and with the Lego look, you just can't do that. So. Should I defeat them or just keep going?
My little bluebird.
I'll start slowly. My darling bluebird, I need to tell you something.
Goodbye.
He did no damage to me? It's a very long story about something that happened a very long time ago. Goodbye. She doesn't take any damage from them. At last. You! How did you...
What?
Sigrid? Humans are so frail. Do you understand what you've just done? You'll start a war. War? The inane squabble of children. Where is the key?
Safe hands.
You'll never have it. The key is in safe hands. Far from the grasp of a monster like you. Safe hands? Before you die, understand this. Nothing is safe from me.
Listen.
You're making a mistake. Hush now. You'll start a war. Still, the key eludes me, no matter. Wait, are we the baddies? Seems... just killed him in cold blood.
Yes.
Well done, princess. Your skill with the cherry blade improves yet further. Thank you. Woof. Woof! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. It's alright, Caesar. It's just one of the royal guard. Wait, can we play as dogs? Lord Emmerich!
Hmm?
Is this important? You disturb the princess's lessons. The king, my lord. The king has been killed. What?
No!
No! Father!
I'm sorry.
Oh god, we did that. But I had the choice not to. Who did this? Sir, the assailant appears to have been a vampire. I thought she was a cat girl. The Felheim Legion. Princess Mercia, the murder of your father is an act of war. We must defend the kingdom. War against whom? The vampires? Okay. So should I move this here? Alright, we want to play on hard. Yeah, sure, we'll play on hard. Custom? No, we'll just go with hard. I mean, I've got a lot of experience from Advanced Wars, so I think I could take on a harder difficulty. But we'll go with hard. And then I might have some bad habits from Advanced Wars. I mean, at least it might not. Some things that apply in Advanced Wars probably don't apply here, so... Oh man, lots of lore. Harrystone, let's read this. A peaceful place where pastoral grasslands give way to lush meadows and cool emerald forests. While the Cherrystone Kingdom is caught between the harsh snowscapes of Felheim to the west and the hazardous wilds of the Gloomwoods to the east, the kingdom, for the most part, manages to exist in its own tranquil state. While wary of their eastern neighbors, Cherrystone's citizens are rarely actually troubled by the Floran, provided humans don't accidentally wander into the Gloomwoods. The same cannot be said of their neighbors to the west, where the border with Felheim requires constant vigilance. Occasionally over the centuries, leaderless hordes have stormed the border, intent on pillage and plunder, while every few generations, whoever happens to be the current wielder of the Fel Gauntlet decides to make a foray into Cherrystone in a vicious attempt to expand Felheim's borders. Thus, the Cherrystone army is forced to remain on guard at all times. Fumomancy. Sub-school of the branch of elemental magic known as Aeromancy. Hello, Fallen Thespian. There are a few practitioners of Fumomancy in Orania, partly because of its association with clandestine activity and partly because it's... I think this is DLC stuff. I won't look down here. We're not going to read all this, but we've been introduced to Mercia. Oh man, she's got 4 pages of... Oh. Alright, fine, we'll read Mercia. Though Mercia must find her feet as the new ruler of Cherrystone, her inexperience is counteracted somewhat by her commitment, loyalty, and compassion. She's a talented commander and natural leader, though she still needs the guidance and support of her friend and tutor, Emmerich. Heals all surrounding allied units by 50%. That's pretty good. So from Advanced Wars, she's like Andy. Except Andy heals everyone on the entire battlefield. And Emmerich. Oh, the dog! Is the dog actually a unit? A magnificent and majestic canine, Caesar leads armies with wordless dignity. His mere presence is enough to inspire and guide troops through battle. Oh, he gives them a second turn? So he's like Eagle from Advanced Wars, and Eagle's power is considered to be the most overpowered power, like, in the game. Interesting. But again, Advanced Wars applies its powers to everyone on the battlefield. In this game, it's applied in an aura around you, it seems. So it's more like Advanced Wars Days of Ruin, the final sequel. Alright, we'll just look at Emmerich and let's play the next mission. Emmerich is an immensely powerful mage, well-versed in arcane lore. Hang on. He is a scholar, and his knowledge, alongside his tactical know-how and compassionate wisdom, have made him an indispensable advisor to the Cherry Stone throne. Beyond that, he is a kind, if reserved, individual who cares fiercely for the late King Merciful and his daughter, Mercia. I'm just gonna skim read this. Able to shield. Hello, Gaming Master LT. Do you play Wargroove? This is my first time ever touching it. Defensive boost. So he's a bit like Kanbei. I'm drawing similarities with Advance Wars. Because I know a lot of Advance Wars players play Wargroove. The gem. Oh, he places a gem. Interesting. Alright, let's actually play. Okay, we don't need to read all this yet. Both 1 and 2. 2 released recently, didn't it? Or last year? Yeah, I'm pretty excited to get into a Wargroove. I heard the PvP scene kind of died out, mainly because the servers and the matchmaking facilities were kind of crap for Wargroove 1. I don't know if they've improved that in Wargroove 2.